Okay, I'm going to be going over how to tighten a knot. The knot I'm going to be using is kind of irrelevant. Finishing knots need to be tightened the same way, regardless of what kind of knot you use, but I'm going to be doing a Parnell, and I'll be making a comment on how to do a Parnell as well. Whether you do the Parnell or the double hitch, you start with a single hitch. So we do the single hitch. Okay. Now I'm going to do a Parnell, so I got to get my second part started before. And here's the comment I'd like to make about the Parnell. When you're doing the Parnell, you've got a tail and a loop. Now previously you've seen me do it like this, but really it's like this. And I know that seems trivial, but it really does matter. So when you're looking at the tail versus the loop, it should go loop, tail, frame instead of tail, loop, frame. Alright, so the tail should be in between this loop down here and the frame. Okay, so now that we've got that straightened away, what I like to do is use a starting clamp. You can use anything to hold on to the string if you'd like. It's really not important that it damages it so much. You don't want it to damage so that it breaks, obviously, but if the string gets scuffed a little bit, it's not that big deal. It's scrap string, you're just going to end up throwing it away anyway. So what you do is, on the part that will actually tighten the first loop, that first single hitch, you grab it and you need to do an arcing motion. Now I'll show you without grabbing it what that arcing motion is you pull the knot away from the grommet and then you rock back. Pull the knot away from the grommet and rock back. The pulling the knot away from the grommet pulls up slack string between the clamp and the knot, and the arcing makes it so that you can tighten the knot without all that slack string just going back through the grommet. Okay, if you go forward and then straight back, it undoes all the slack that you pulled out, but if you arc back, it tightens the knot and keeps the slack there. Okay, so I'll show you what that looks like here. Again, grab the string, pull forward, arc back. Pull forward, arc back. And you do that until it doesn't pull forward anymore. Depending on the string, depending on you really use your best judgment as far as how hard you have to pull. If you pull straight away from the grommet, it's not going to damage the anchor string, but this arcing motion is definitely going to be rubbing on the anchor string, so you use your best judgment. I don't put a lot of pressure when it's natural gut, but when it's something like a poly, I'll put a little more. So use your best judgment. But after you've gotten that first part snug down against the grommet, take the tail, and this is just for Parnell obviously, take the tail and pull the rest of the knot tight. And this one you don't have to pull back and forth arcing. You may be able to get a little more out of like a single or a double hitch, but really this one's just to bulk up the knot. So as you're pulling, let go of your clamp and trim your tail, and you're good to go. Thank you.